What is going on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch? How's everybody's day going today? This is another episode of 717 Sports Chat Live, and I'm your host, Marcus J. How's everybody doing in the 717 and abroad today? It's another beautiful day out here in York, Pennsylvania. You know what I mean? Sun was a little bright today, but other than that, it was really, really nice out. It wasn't too bad, especially if you wasn't walking for a long period of time like I happened to be. Had to make some moves today, you know what I mean? Take care of some bills, etc. You know what I mean? Grab a paycheck, cash it, make sure, you know what I mean, I got everything I need to get taken care of. You know what I mean? Got to make sure you got to keep the lights on and the roof over your head, you know? But how's everybody doing today? It's a beautiful day. It's another beautiful day to talk about sports. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. The support is greatly, greatly appreciated. Yeah. Another beautiful day out here, man. I will be honest. It's been a really beautiful week. It's been the first time in probably like a little over a month since we've had a week where the humidity was nowhere to be found, which is a really good thing because I can't stand humidity. I cannot stand that type of weather. I hate that sticky ass feeling. I don't like that. I mean, I'm the type of guy that wants 70, 75-degree weather all year round. I can deal with that. I mean, if it's cool, no humidity though. No humidity. If it's just straight cool, spring-like breeze, you know what I mean? All day long, all year round, man, one could dream, right? But hey, maybe we'll get there someday. But hit that like button. Hit subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. The 717 Sports Chat Live. We got a few topics we want to cover. I will note, today's show will be a little bit shorter than the usual 2-hour format I've been running. I'm probably going to run for like an hour on the main show today because I do have a UFC feature coming on later on tonight where I'm going to do a whole hour on that. So regardless of what, you're still getting 2 hours worth of content. It's just getting broken down into two different segments, obviously. But I do have a few topics on the main show here that I do want to talk about. You know what I mean? And those topics would be NBA free agency. As we know, there's a lot of moves going on in NBA free agency and signing trades, et cetera, et cetera. There's a lot of big moves, a lot of shocking moves we didn't see coming happen. You know what I mean? So that's the beauty of NBA free agency. I think, honestly, this is the best NBA free agency we've had in a while now. To be completely honest, that's just my opinion. I really love this year's NBA free agency. We had a lot of unpredictable moments. A lot of players go to teams that we did not think they would even think of going to, like Lonzo Ball and DeMar DeRozan headed over to Chicago. We didn't see that coming. This NBA free agency has been a blessing. Honestly, it's refreshing. I mean, you can say what you want about the Lakers getting Russell Westbrook, you know what I mean, and all the other signings they made, but I'll keep it honest. I'm starting to really like the moves they made in terms of, you know, the veteran quality that they picked up in free agency. And then, like I said yesterday on yesterday's show, I really like what the Lakers did in terms of signing Kendrick Nunn and Malik Monk, two very young guards, you know what I mean, that have a lot of upside, you know what I mean, that can produce for them. Those kids are good, you know, and they needed that injection of youth because all those other signings were obviously old heads. But like I said, we got NBA free agency today. You know what I mean? Julius Randle gets his $117 million extension to stay with the New York Knicks. Kemba Walker will join him once his sign and trade from the OKC Thunder is finalized. We got Danny Green re-signing to the Sixers. Love that move. You know what I mean? Really, really love that move. Matter of fact, let me put my shit on. Boom! I mean, love that move. Danny coming back to Philly. We also got more Philly news. Ben Simmons apparently cuts off all contact with the Philadelphia 76ers, leaving no choice but a trade to happen. Give me 1 second. I got an important phone call. Francois, what's up, bro? What's up? What's up? No, I'm live right now. Yeah, what you doing? You home? All right, well, eat because you got time because, yeah, you know one of the topics is the Eagles and Watson and the Hurts trade talks heating up. So, yeah, I'll send you the invite, and when I'm about to touch on that topic, I'll let you know when to come in. All right, bro. All right, now back to the situation at hand. This is my buddy Francis. Francis will be joining us here very shortly We got some Eagles news to talk out about, and Francis is a diehard Eagles fan, so I definitely want to get him up here in the show and see what he has to say about the rumblings that are going on over there in Philly. But as I was saying, we got more NBA free agency news. Julius Randle re-signs with the New York Knicks on a $117 million deal. Kemba Walker will be joining him once his signing trade from the OKC Thunder is finalized. We got Danny Green coming back to the Sixers. Ben Simmons cuts off all contact with Philadelphia front office. No choice but to trade him. The fuck off my team. Now that we got that out the way, good. Get him up out of here. We're going to touch on that here in a little bit. But Max Kellerman picks the New England Patriots as a Super Bowl dark horse. That's another topic we're going to talk about. Let's get your thoughts on that. And then we got UFC, some UFC fights that are being finalized. Two top middleweight contenders in Paulo Costa and Marvin Vettori. A fight is being finalized for them to fight on October 23rd card. I don't know if that's going to be a pay-per-view or just a regular UFC fight night. The whole terms of the details hasn't really been put out there yet. But in terms of the fight itself being finalized, they're working on, the rest of, I guess, whatever they got to get through in terms of location, pay, etc. And then we got another UFC fight, women's UFC fight. Joanne Calderwood will be going up against Alexa Grasso on November 20th in a flyweight bout. Once again, don't know if that's going to be put on a pay-per-view. Don't know if that's going to be put on just a regular fight night card. We'll have to wait and see. But those are the subjects we're going to be touching on today. But hit that like button, hit subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and hit that comment section once we start touching on these subjects, and give me your opinion on each subject. I want to know what you guys think. All right, so we're going to start off with NBA free agency. The New York Knicks re-signed star power forward Julius Randle to a $117 million extension. 1 second here. We'll see how many years that is real quick. All right, so yeah, like I was saying, the New York Knicks, I thought it was a 4-year deal. I wanted to be accurate. You know what I mean? But the New York Knicks re-signed power forward Julius Randle to a 4-year, $117 million extension, keeping him as a New York Knick through 2025-2026 season. Good move by the Knicks. He had obviously a breakout year. He was their anchor. He was the guy, you know what I mean, that basically put New York Knicks basketball on his shoulders and resurrected it from the dead. The Knicks have been dead for years since Carmelo Anthony left. We're back in like 2013, something like that. You know what I mean? So the Knicks, even when Melo was there, they wasn't really that good. You know what I mean? So they had to get their guy locked up, and they also will be getting Kemba Walker, point guard, two-way guard. Kemba Walker will be signing and trading from the OKC Thunder and joining Julius Randle with the Knicks. I don't know if I like this move, guys. And the reason why I don't know if I like this move by the Knicks is because Kemba Walker has been injury prone over the last few seasons. And that's why Boston traded him. Boston, when they acquired Kemba Walker from the Charlotte Hornets, were expecting to get the guy that obviously was a stud on Charlotte, which was obviously a bad team. But instead, what they got was a guy who couldn't stay on the court, a guy who couldn't stay healthy, and they paid him a lot of money. So, me personally, given the injury history over the last couple seasons, and then the fact, I'll be completely honest with you. Me personally, I never saw Kemba Walker as that one of those top-tier guys. He's a good player, really good player. But is he a great player? No. And to me, I felt like the Knicks needed to get. Now, there's still room to get Bradley Beal or Damian Lillard. Let's not mistake that. There's still room to make a trade, for any one of those two guys. But now I really don't see that happening, being the fact that they're signing and trading for Kemba Walker. I mean, unless Kemba's going to end up switching from the 1 to the 2 if a guy like Dame comes over, or he can stay at the 1 if Bradley Beal will come over. I mean, but me personally, even if any one of those guys comes over, I just personally don't like this move by the New York Knicks. I think Kemba Walker is injury prone. Like I said, I mean, he's a guy, he's streaky at best. Like one minute, this guy, Kemba Walker, will go out and get you 25, 30 points in a game and shoot efficiently and look like a great player. He'll look like a great player. But then there's those times where Kemba looks like what he is, and that's just a really a solid, next to solid but really good player. Like, and that's just my opinion, though. I mean, but to me, he's streaky. 1 minute, Kemba Walker, like I said, will give you 25, 30 points in the game. The next game, he'll dud it out and score 10 points and shoot like 5 for 20 from the field. There's no consistency. There's no consistency, in my opinion, when I watch Kemba Walker play. Not even when he was with Charlotte. Not even when he was with Charlotte did I think Kemba Walker was really, that great. I just never really thought that of him. I think he's a good scorer. He can get you some points, but is he a great all-around player? No. And I think the Knicks needed to do something, make a big splash. They needed to do what the Lakers did. Make a big splash. Land a superstar player like a Russell Westbrook, like a Dame Lillard, like a Bradley Beal. And so far, they have not done that. And one could say, oh, well, the next step is for a guy like Kemba. Well, I rather would have went all in on trying to get Dame, in my opinion. That's what I would have did. Because me personally, I just don't think Kemba Walker is going to be able to stay healthy. And I'm pretty sure the Knicks might restructure his deal to where he can get paid a pretty decent penny, even more so than what he's getting paid now. So, I mean, hey, me personally, I think the move to sign Randall, to re-sign Randall was a good move. Now, one could say, oh, was that 4 years, $117 million? Did he really deserve that? Well, I think he did because he carried this team. He was easily the best player on this team throughout this whole past season. They didn't really have much scoring options outside of him. The cupboard was a little bit bare. But you also did see in the playoffs, Julius Randle is not your number one. He's not. Which is why I say what I say about Kemba Walker, that instead of getting a guy like Kemba Walker, you should have went and tried to get a number one. A guy like Dame Lillard, a guy like Bradley Beal to pair with Julius Randle. Because we saw in the playoffs, Julius Randle was not a number one. He's not. He's not a number one option. He's not. He choked mightily in the playoffs. Mightily. Now, maybe that was just, some type of nerves. The first time, I want to say he did make the playoffs with New Orleans before, but he's not. He doesn't have much playoff experience. And on top of that, being a leader and, leading a team, and your first playoffs leading as a leader, as being the main guy or looked at as the main guy, that could cause some nerves to settle in. And I kind of feel like that is what happened to Julius Randle in the postseason. I felt like, the pressure of postseason basketball kind of got to him because he's not used to it. You know what I mean? But either way, I'm glad the Knicks at least did that. They at least, hey, even if it's a little bit more money than what I think they should have gave him, he earned a penny, man. He did what he had to do last season. He carried his team. Anybody who watches basketball knows Julius Randle carried the New York Knicks last year. You know what I mean? So I like this move by the Knicks to lock him up, get him, signed to a new 4-year deal. But I don't like the Kemba Walker move. I think they should have went all out and tried to get a Bradley Beal or a Dame Lillard. Now, that's still not out of the question. They have a lot of cap room. That's one thing about the Knicks. They have the most cap room in the league. So they can still try to go make a trade. For a guy like Dame Lillard or, Bradley Beal. But me personally, my opinion, I just don't see that happening now that they went and got Kemba Walker. But hit the comment section. I want to know what you guys think about this topic. Do you like the move the Knicks made by locking up Julius Randle? Do you think that the price is fair? Or do you guys think that the price isn't fair and that he didn't deserve it? Hit the comment section. I want to know what you guys think about Julius Randle getting his extension. And I also want to know what you guys think about the Knicks acquiring Kemba Walker. Is it a good move? Is it a bad move? Do you think Kemba is past his prime? Or do you think Kemba has still a little bit more juice and will resurrect himself again as a Knick? Hit the comment section. I want to know what you guys think. And we are going to take a short break, and I will be right back. All right, and we are back. All right, so we're going to move on to the next topic. But before we do that, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. The support is greatly appreciated. It's the 717 Sport Chat Live. I'm your host, Marcus J., and we are going to move on to the next topic, and that is Danny Green re-signs with the Philadelphia 76ers on a 2-year, $20 million deal. I love this. I love this because I like Danny Green a lot. He's a really good veteran presence, has championship pedigree. You know what I mean? I thought he played well. I thought us losing Danny Green against the Hawks really is what did us in, because that was obviously extra three-point shooting and, like I said, championship experience and championship pedigree, playoff experience, etc. You need all that, especially in the postseason. You know what I mean? And us losing Danny Green, you know what I mean, in the postseason against Atlanta to injury, I thought that kind of hurt our chances. And you kind of seen what we looked a little bit defensively, especially without him. So I like the move. And it was on a fairly cheap price. You get a guy who can easily go somewhere else and maybe get 15 mil. You know what I mean? Another extra 5 mil for himself. And instead, you know, he signed pretty much a decent veterans minimum with us. I like it. I like it a lot because I'm not going to lie. I was assuming that he might do what Dwight Howard did and go back to L.A., but he didn't. He re-signed back with Philly, and I love it. I'm really happy about that move. Hit the comment section. Let me know what you guys think about Danny Green re-signing with the Philadelphia 76ers. If you follow Sixers basketball, you follow basketball in general. Let me know, do you like the move by Philly re-signing Danny Green? Do you think it was a good move getting him back? Do you think it was a bad move? Do you think we maybe should have went and tried to get some younger talent? Hit the comment section. I want to know what you guys think about Danny Green re-signing with the Philadelphia 76ers. We're going to move on to the next subject. Apparently, more news coming out of Philadelphia, and obviously this is the biggest story coming out of Philadelphia basketball since the playoffs ended for us. Ben Simmons now has apparently cut off all contact with Philadelphia front office, leaving obviously no choice but to trade him. But obviously, if you're wondering how we are getting any Ben Simmons news if he cut off all contact with the 76ers, well, he left all contact to be made through his agent, Rich Paul. So apparently, from what Rich Paul is saying, from what Rich Paul, Ben Simmons' agent, is saying, is that Ben Simmons really wants to be traded to the Golden State Warriors. And apparently, before I got on, I had seen reports that the Sixers and the Warriors have re-entered trade talks for Ben Simmons and that they're working on a deal that can complement both teams. I mean, obviously, if you've seen a little bit earlier when I was going through the topic list, what we were going to cover today, I pretty much expressed myself about how I feel about Ben Simmons, and I'll do it again. No problem. The fuck off my team! Simple and plain. Get off my team. You want to act like this? Now I'm not going to even lie to you, y'all. I'm pissed. And the reason why I'm pissed about this is because this motherfucker is really acting like it's the front offices or the rest of the guys in the locker room's fault that he don't know how to shoot a basketball or he's too scared to. The main reason why we were even entertaining trade talks for Ben Simmons in the first place is because of his lack of aggressiveness in the postseason and his lack of aggressiveness to shoot the damn basketball. That's the only reason. But he doesn't seem to understand that. He doesn't seem to agree with that. Because I feel like by him cutting off all contact, you obviously don't want to be in Philadelphia no more. Cool. I really don't want you here neither. There's been a lot of fans who don't want you here no more. That's not the problem. What the problem is you're acting like the 76ers did you wrong by cutting off all contact. There's a thing called maturity. And it seems to me Ben Simmons hasn't matured yet. Because, see, I'm not even going to lie to y'all. Because, like, I follow up on all my teams pretty heavy. And from what I was reading some reports in the past is that apparently when Ben Simmons was in college and stuff like that, that basically his father or whatever told the coaches or whatever, don't scold him. Like, he doesn't take well to criticism, etc., etc. Well, that's immaturity. And it's obvious that's playing out right here. Because by him cutting off all contact with the 76ers front office himself, that's making it look like the front office or the team or the players did something wrong to him. And that's bullshit. He's the one who didn't show up when we needed him to show up. You are getting max dollar money. There should be no reason we got to go through this. Shoot the ball. That's all you got to do, even if you miss it. That's all we were asking was a little bit more aggressiveness. And you couldn't give us that. But now you're sitting here coming out like by not contacting the front office, by not having enough professionalism to talk to Elton Brand, to talk to Daryl Morey. To me, as a 76ers fan, that's a slap in the fucking face. That's a big slap in the face. Because ain't nobody did nothing to you, bro, but yourself. And that's the truth. You're the one who failed to be aggressive. You're the one who, in the playoff game against the Hawks, spun off on Gallinari, had a clear dunk, and decided to pass the ball. This is why we want you out of here. But the fact that you're sitting here trying to make it seem by doing this, by cutting off all contact, you even ignoring Joel Embiid. This is a guy that you got drafted basically into the league with. Well, Ben came a little bit later. But this is a guy you played with for 4 years. 4 or 5 years. You can't have enough decency and professionalism to pick up the damn phone and have a real conversation with the man? Like, this is a guy who's went to bat for you multiple times. When Philly fans, much like myself, said, this guy don't got it, he needs to go. I said it 2 years ago. But what did we do? We stuck by his side. We stuck by his side. Joel Embiid stuck by his side. And this is what we get for it. This is what we get for it. Every offseason, Ben says, oh, I'm going to get better. I'm going to work on my shot. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. And never does it. Now, I don't know if it was just a case of him not wanting to play in Philly all along, and which, honestly, in my opinion, I think that is the truth. I don't think he ever wanted to be a 76er. I think he wanted to be in the Los Angeles area. He wants to play in California. Well, if that was the case, bro, why the hell you ain't request a trade a few years ago, or when you got drafted? Why didn't you pull what Eli Manning did to the San Diego Chargers, now LA Chargers, many years ago, and say, I will not play if you draft me to that team? We could have been you wasted our time. You not only wasted your time and your potential and your talent and your upside in Philadelphia, you wasted our upside, our growth, our talent. And as a Sixers fan, that annoys me. Because even I tried to give this guy a chance and say, you know what? He still is young. Give him some time. He'll work on his shot. And it's not even that. I can't say that he shoots. I've seen practice clips where he can shoot the damn ball. He just chose not to. Why? Because I just don't think he wanted to play for the 76ers. But for him to act like this, and cut off contact with Joel Embiid, cut off contact with the front office, that to me is disrespectful, man. And I don't like that. I don't like that at all, especially by not picking up the phone for Joel Embiid, a guy you've played your entire career with up to this point. Like, come on, man. You don't have enough decency and professionalism to do that. And if I'm Golden State, if I'm any other team, I'm looking at this as a sign of weakness. You can't even pick up the phone because times are hard and work through these situations. You can't even be a man and just flat out say, look, I don't want to do this anymore, guys. I'm done. Work out a deal to get me to Golden State and we can go our separate ways. It's that simple. But you can't even have enough decency to pick up the phone for the guy who has went to bat for you your entire time you've been there, when you've gotten injured, when you failed to be aggressive, when you failed to show your full potential. Joel Embiid always had your back. And that's how you repay him? All right, cool. Now, let's talk about the possible trade to Golden State. Well, personally, I don't like it. We're not going to get anything. I'm not getting Steph Curry. I'm not getting Klay Thompson. And no disrespect to Klay, I don't even know if I do want him now because we don't even know what he's going to look like after back-to-back years of being out with ACL tears. We don't know if he's going to be the same guy, Klay Thompson. I don't want Andrew Wiggins. God, no, I don't want Andrew Wiggins. So I don't know what we're going to get out of this deal. I really don't. We might walk away with nothing. We just might send him over there for like 2 draft picks or something like that and not even get a player out of the deal. The only other player I can see is possibly trading for out of Golden State is maybe a young kid like Jordan Poole with some upside. Maybe. That's it. Ben, a couple picks, and Jordan Poole. But and they might throw Andrew Wiggins in there, but I don't want Andrew Wiggins. This is a no-win situation for the 76ers, in all honesty. But they got to make the trade happen. I don't like it because, like I said, if you're not giving me Steph Curry, I don't want who you got else to offer me. Because Ben is better, even if Ben doesn't shoot the damn ball that much and he's not that aggressive. Just as an overall player, he's better than Andrew Wiggins. And nobody's going to argue that. So that's why I don't want Andrew Wiggins. That's why I don't want Andrew Wiggins. Because even on Ben's worst day, Ben's still better than Andrew Wiggins. So I don't know what's going to end up happening out of this Philadelphia Golden State trade talk. We don't know if a deal's going to get done, and if a deal does get done, we don't know. I don't know what, as a Sixers fan, what it's going to look like, what we're going to be getting back. I have a feeling they're going to definitely throw Andrew Wiggins in that package, and I'm going to dread it. You know what I mean? I'm not going to like it. No, but hey, this has to be done. This has to be done. He has to go. He's been had to go, but now he's really got to go because now he's being disrespectful and childish. This is childish. This is really childish. You can't pick up the phone and be a man and just say, look, I want this trade done. I want this done. No, you got to sit there and hide. You sat there and told us, you lied, of course, and said, oh, I'm going to work on my game in the summer. Everybody knew that was bullshit. Everybody knew that was a lie. Everybody knew that. But you still fed us the bullshit. And then what did you do? You pulled the bullshit. You've been out living life. And hey, that's cool, man. You have the right to live life. But don't sit here and waste our fucking time doing so. And now it's obvious that you're not going to anymore, but this could have been handled a lot better and in a lot faster. You know, this could have happened a long time ago if you felt like this. Because I feel like now if you have gotten to the point as a person when you can't even talk to these people, when you can't talk to the players who you play with, when you can't talk to the guy that you were supposed to be building this franchise with, Joel Embiid, that tells me this disdain towards this team and this front office has been brewing for a while. I mean, that's what it tells me. But hit the comment section. Let me know what you guys think about this Ben Simmons situation in Philadelphia. Do you think he handled the situation correctly? Do you agree with me and think he handled it wrong? Hit the comment section. I want to know what you guys think. As well as, what do you guys think the 76ers will get in return for Ben Simmons if he is traded to the Golden State Warriors? Hit the comment section. I want to know what you guys think. I don't know what we're going to get back for Ben. I mean, I don't. I really don't. But that's why I want your opinion. Who do you guys think the Golden State Warriors have to offer the Philadelphia 76ers that could really peak out? I mean, they're not going to give us Steph Curry, obviously. They just signed an extension. They're not going to give us Klay Thompson. They're not going to give us Draymond, and I don't want Draymond. No disrespect to Draymond. He's a good player, but we need another superstar. And I don't even want to give credit to Ben and call him a superstar because I don't think he is a superstar. I mean, but be that as it may, this trade has to get done. But I want to know what you guys think. Hit the comment section. Do you guys think Ben Simmons handled this situation correctly by cutting off all contact with the Philadelphia front office and leaving all, any talks or any engagements to be just led through his agent, Rich Paul? Or do you think and agree with me that he could have done this a lot differently and a lot better, and at the very least, answer Joel Embiid's calls and talk to him man to man and just say, hey, look, I don't want to play in Philly no more. I'm not happy here. I think a fresh start, especially I want to go play in California. I just think a fresh start is better for me. He could have at least did that. But I want to know what you guys think. Do you agree with me and think that he could at least gave the Sixers a benefit of a doubt, being that the Sixers gave him the benefit of a doubt for so long? We waited how long for this guy to get a shot? Hit the comment section. I want to know what you guys think. And I also want to know what you guys think. What will the 76ers get in return for Ben Simmons from the Golden State Warriors if that trade does happen? I don't know, but I will. He got to get the fuck up out of here. I'm almost to the point, even myself, I'm just like, I'm expected to be disappointed with what we get back for him. So I just don't even care. I just want to be done with the situation. Get him fuck off my team. I can't take it anymore. I can't. Couldn't take it. Get him off my team. We can do better. And we will do better in time. Hopefully we can get Dame Lillard. But that seems like a long shot. Hit the comment section. I want to know what you guys think about this situation with Ben Simmons in Philadelphia. Do you think he handled the situation correctly? Do you guys think he didn't handle the situation correctly? I want to know what you guys think, as well as what do you guys think the 76ers will get in return for Ben Simmons from the Golden State Warriors if that trade were to go through. All right, and we're going to move off NBA news and kick it into NFL news. But before we do that, I'm going to take a short break, and I'll be right back with you in a second. All right, we are back. Once again, this is 717 Sports Chat Live. I'm your host, Marcus J. And we are covering where we done covered the NBA free agency. We done talked about Danny Green re-signs with the Lakers, and with the Sixers. Wow, that's what I was expecting. That's why that came out like that. And like honestly, I thought Danny Green would re-sign with the Lakers, but he ended up re-signing with us. We done went through talking about Ben Simmons cuts off all contact with Philadelphia. Golden State will probably end up, and Philly will end up trying to work through a trade to get him over there to Golden State. Like I said, I don't know what we're going to get back for that. You know what I mean? But it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. But now we're going to kick it into NFL news. And I was watching First Take a little bit earlier, and there were some interesting topics about Super Bowl picks, etc., this and that. And Max Kellerman, co-host of ESPN First Take. Go Max right there, for those who don't know Max. But apparently Max Kellerman picks the New England Patriots as his dark horse team to win the Super Bowl. And I found that quite interesting. You know what I mean? So I'm going to play what he said. I can't show it because that's copyright, but I will play it. I will play the audio.
Try the Patriots on for size. Take a team. Not bad. Take a team with a head coach and GM with something to prove in Bill Belichick. Go with something to prove. Tom Brady just won a Super Bowl. Think he's gonna be ready? Take a team that last year came 2 plays away. Bobby Wagner made a goal line stand. Made a play on the goal line on Jameis. Jameis got stripped against Buffalo. 2 plays away from a 9-7 record in a year where they had a brand new quarterback, opposite of the kind of quarterback they used to have. A guy who was coming off a catastrophic injury and hadn't played in a year. A guy playing for a team whose defense lost 9 guys to defections because of COVID before the season started. His practice facilities got shut down because of COVID. With no time to practice, Bill Belichick couldn't prepare, right? And Jameis couldn't learn because no preseason, no Jameis Winston got COVID. Now they still 2 plays away from 9-7. Now look at it. Oh, sorry, I said Jameis Winston. We were just talking about Jameis. But Cam Newton. Cam Newton had excuse me. Cam, of course. The former MVP Cam, who's been to a Super Bowl, Cam, who before he got hurt was having the best passing season of his career with North Turner as his OC, Cam, who's now, they didn't have tight ends last year. Bill Belichick's whole offense is predicated on tight ends. They went out and got Jonnu Smith and Henry Hunter, and Hunter Henry. They got, how many guys did they sign? Wideouts, tight ends, the defense is back. The Patriots are a true dark horse.
That was interesting. So I agree with some of his points, though. So let's touch on this. The New England Patriots, obviously, you know, in their standards, had a down year last year. Obviously, Tom Brady went to Tampa, ended up winning the Super Bowl with Tampa. We all know that story. But the Patriots story, they acquired Cam Newton on a 1-year deal. They had a bunch of guys, including Cam, who ended up getting missing playing time with COVID-19. A lot of those guys got sick. And then there was a lot of players that opted out due to COVID-19. So they didn't even have their full roster. And it's worth to note that even through all that, the New England Patriots were still in the playoff conversation at the end of the year, and they still won 7 games. When they were projected to not even win, 3 or 4? Now, kick ahead now. They signed Nelson Agholor, who's coming off his best season, obviously, with the Raiders. They signed him to a nice little chunk of change. Me, personally, I think they gave him too much. But we'll see how that plays out. Apparently, from what I've been hearing about their training camp, him and Cam look really good so far. But, I mean, I agree with Max Kellerman to a degree. For the simple fact is that defense is still pretty good. And, let's keep this in mind. Cam Newton hadn't played football in a little over a year due to injuries. The Patriots really didn't have any true number 1 wide receivers. They were bare at the running back position. They didn't have any tight ends, as Max just stated. And anybody who knows Bill Belichick's Patriots teams, he loves his tight ends. So what did the Patriots go out and do this offseason? Well, they get 2 tight ends, 2 very solid tight ends. 2 tight ends who can go start anywhere else and was starting somewhere else, and Hunter Henry and Jonnu Smith. He got 2 starters at tight end now to go along with Nelson Agholor as they made that free agent signing, along with a whole bunch of other slew of moves. They even got Kyle Van Noy back. So I can understand his logic and the fact that Bill Belichick is still the coach. Bill Belichick is still the coach. I think everybody reads into it too much. That, oh, now you see that without Brady, no, Belichick ain't that great of a coach, this and this and this and that. That's not true. Because when you look at what this team went through last year in terms of all those players, half their roster opting out. With half their roster opting out. With the players that did come to play getting sick with COVID, missing time. This team still won 7 games and was right there in the end to pull off a wild card spot. So it's not far-fetched to think that if this team comes back fully healthy, they have their full team, hopefully no more COVID hits, and if Cam Newton, obviously now in his 2nd year in this system, can resurrect his career, it's not far-fetched to think that the Patriots could be right back in the playoffs or right back in possibly Super Bowl contention. It's not. It's not at all. It's not. It's really not. Like, I can see where Max was coming from with his points, especially with the moves they made. They made a lot of moves this offseason, a lot of good moves. Like I said, maybe I do think that they gave Nelson Agholor a little bit too much money. I don't think Nelson Agholor is a $13 million receiver, but hey, he got his money. Good for him. But they did make a lot of positive moves A lot of they definitely rebolstered that offense. They definitely bolstered up that offense. So it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out in the season. But I want to know what you guys think. Do you guys agree with Max that the New England Patriots are a Super Bowl dark horse this year? Do you like the moves that they made? Do you think that the moves they made will put them into position to be a real contender this year? Hit the comment section. I want to know what you guys think about this topic. Like I said, it's not far-fetched. It's not. But to me, it all rides on Cam Newton. Can Cam Newton play well? Can Cam Newton get back to where the level or even some type of level of consistency that he used to play with? To me, that's where it really starts. Because that defense was pretty good last year. And they're going to be even better this year, in my opinion. Especially if they don't get rid of Stephon Gilmore. But hit the comment section. I want to know what you guys think. Do you guys agree with Max Kellerman, co-host of ESPN First Take, that the New England Patriots are a true Super Bowl dark horse for the 2021-22 football season? Hit the comment section. I want to know if you guys agree or do you disagree. Do you guys think that the Patriots won't be a contender? Do you not think they will be a threat? Do you think Cam Newton will struggle once again this year and it will obviously hold the Patriots back from winning football games? Hit the comment section. I want to know what you guys think. As well as don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't already to the channel. The support is greatly appreciated. As well as, and this is true, is optional. If you want to make a donation to the show, hashtag MJW629 is the Cash App link. You can also find that link in the bottom right corner of my photo in the background of my YouTube channel. But once again, donations are completely optional. Completely optional. Like I say all the time in my shows, I understand times are hard. You know what I mean? COVID-19 hit. You know what I mean? We're still in the middle of a pandemic. People are still struggling. You know what I mean? But if you want to make a donation to the show, show a little bit of extra support, no problem. You know what I mean? You could do so or you could not do so. It's up to you. It's your choice. But if you want to know what donations will go towards, it'll be going towards equipment like new camera work, such as the GoPro Hero 9. You know I mean, I really would like this camera. I'm trying to save up for it myself. You know what I mean? So I can be able to take some of these shows on the go and not have to, you know what I mean, and not have to always be in the house all the time, spice things up a little bit for the show, etc. But it's truly optional. If you want to make a donation, the choice is yours. You don't have to. Just be sure to hit that like button and subscribe, and also share my videos. Friends in the building. Perfect fucking timing, Francis. Perfect timing. Uh-oh. All right, we're going to move on to the next subject. Before we do that, we're going to take a short break. All right, we're back. And we are joined by my buddy Francis. Francis, what's going on? Oh, hold on.
Oh, Marcus.
One second.
What you up to? So, yo. Do you hear me?
Can you hear me, Francis?
Yeah, I hear you. You hear me? Yo.
What's up, Fran? What's up? Can you hear me? I can't hear you for some reason.
You hear me?
Hold on. Try this.
You hear me?
Yo.
Can you hear me barely?
Yeah, I think your thing is lagging out, buddy. Oh, now I can hear you. There you go. There you go.
You hear me?
Yours is a little glitchy. What's going on, buddy?
Now.
Yeah, that's
Not much.
better.
What's
A
going
lot
on?
better. There you go. Yeah, now you're in your sweet spot. What's going on, man?
Sorry,
What's going
I'm on
on?
the back
What,
patio.
so, yeah, no, you're good, buddy. So we're going to move on to the next topic here. The Philadelphia Eagles and Houston Texans trade rumors for Deshaun Watson and Jalen Hurts is apparently heating up. And this is why Francis is here on the show, because as a diehard Eagles fan, I got to hear what you have to say about this. What are your thoughts, buddy?
Apparently, the Eagles are keeping Hurts, bro.
That's not what I'm hearing. That's not what I'm hearing. That's not what I'm reading.
Apparently, Deshaun Watson showed up in Philly and they didn't like the meeting. The meeting didn't go as planned. And that's why Nick, whatever, was saying like 2 weeks ago, he wasn't sure if Jalen was going to – yeah, I always butcher his last name. But he was saying he wasn't sure if Jalen Hurts is going to be the starter because they were going to see how that meeting went, apparently. And apparently it didn't go that good. Because, Deshaun Watson wants to go, and it's like what every other quarterback's dealing with right now. They want a receiving core. There's no one to throw to in Philadelphia. Who does he have to throw to in Philadelphia, dude? You start naming names.
Do he have he did have Will Fuller and Brandon Cooks, but see, when you got a guy like Watson, you don't worry about that. He could throw to anybody. He's one of those special type of guys.
Could he throw to anyone behind the Eagles O-line, though?
Yeah, see, that's the biggest worry for me, for you guys, is the offensive line. I feel like him going to Philadelphia, he'll be in the same position that he's in Texans because they can't protect him neither.
Bro, it's Marcus. I think it's a whole thing. You gotta really look at the big picture, like all these other guys. Who are they? Like Aaron Rodgers. What was his other option? What was he gonna go to Denver and struggle with Denver?
Don't listen. Let me tell you something. That receiving core is talented down there. Don't get it fooled. I know this. That's my division. They got some receivers down there.
But you get where I'm going with this.
Yeah. So are you telling me that so let me ask you don't want Deshaun Watson?
I honestly, as an Eagles fan, no, because what is he going to do for us? He's going to he's going to be in the same predicament, bro. He's not going to have no one around him. Nobody.
Yeah, but how about they fix that problem and, get him offensive line and build that team around him?
In 2 weeks?
Yeah.
In 2 weeks.
Hey, we've seen fucking. Granted, it's Belichick and Patriots, but we've seen those motherfuckers pull guys from Dorchester and make it work.
But I'll just say it like this, Marcus. Come on now. We're going to go from a Carson Wentz situation, the same type of situation. I'm going to compare Carson Wentz and Deshaun Watson. Two good players. You're going to take Deshaun Watson, uproot him for whatever he's doing with the Texans. I don't even care the issue or whatever the situation is, why he wants it out. Long story short, you're going to do that, and then what? The team that you've already been building around, this young guy, you're going to dish him off somewhere else, and you're going to pick up a star, which is fine. Deshaun Watson, I'm not saying nothing about his talent, but what is he going to do on that Eagles team? He's not going to make an instant, he's going to come right in and do great things because the team has.
Well, obviously, yeah, because you got to also worry about the suspension. You got to also worry about the suspension. He's not even going to have
Devontae Smith for the first 4 weeks.
That's right. He is out too.
The Eagles are banged up already, dude. Like, already going into this shit. Already, we're not going to have Miles Sanders 2 weeks into the season. Here we go. The same Eagles team and this is why the Eagles lack what they lack, dude. They lack that. They lost them. They lost.
I guess my next question would be: do you think that the Eagles are still that the Texans and the Eagles will still pull the plug and this trade's going to go down? Because, like I said, from what I've been reading, man, it's looking like it's legit.
Yeah, no, I definitely think. Honestly, the Eagles could do anything at this point.
I just think with a quarterback like that, how do you not? You're essentially getting the same quarterback, but better. But already experienced, already seasoned. What you're hoping Jalen Hurts will turn into, Deshaun Watson is already that and then some. Like, and I get it from a whole offensive line standpoint. I get it. You know what I mean? But I'd still take that gamble. You still got Flacco. Even if Watson doesn't start the first 6 games, you still got Flacco. You still got Flacco. You don't even want to say nothing about that. Look, man.
Yeah,
me personally, I think it's going to happen.
They did the Eagles dirty.
I think it's going to happen.
They did the Eagles dirty.
I think this is going to happen. I feel like this. If you're the Eagles, right? If you believe that much in Jalen Hurts, why would you even entertain this trade or any trade? I don't think they're sold on him. Even Nick Sirianni said he's not sold on making Jalen Hurts the starter. That tells me everything I need to know.
Yo, you seen how, dude? Jalen Hurts always struggled with competition, bro. You've seen it all the way up. Like, he buckles under pressure. And all them people hyped him up. He did no better than Carson Wentz. He did no better than Carson Wentz this year. Okay, he had a few good plays. Okay, he threw some good passes, and I was happy for him. But what everyone was saying, he played better than he didn't play better than Carson Wentz because he played the same. He only threw for 1,000 yards, 6 touchdown passes, and 4 interceptions. That's not that good.
No. But the general consensus, as you know, is they're hoping not only will that his passing gets better, etc., but what intrigues them about him so much is because this game is so much predicated and starting to head in that direction again of the mobile quarterback. You know what I mean? And that's what I think intrigues you guys about not just Jalen Hurts, but about trading for Deshaun Watson as well. That basically you're getting an already polished version of what Jalen Hurts isn't.
Are you thinking it's going that way, or is that just what people are saying? Because I think the opposite, bro. I think the game's going away from the running quarterback.
I don't.
I think that run pass option shit is getting sought out.
Well, no, I'm not saying about like mobile, like in terms of the run pass option. I'm talking about in terms of quarterbacks still being able to get out of the pocket and use their feet. Being mobile.
I was about to say, there's way too much tape on those plays. That's why Lamar's struggling now.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why they're definitely to pull cards, picking up
that read option shit is becoming dead.
Yeah. Like picking Sammy Watkins, thinking when has Sammy Watkins ever been a breakout wide receiver? Sammy Watkins is a red zone guy and maybe a couple long balls, and that's it.
Well, it's not that Sammy Watkins never had the potential. He just could never stay healthy.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, he's always getting hurt. They have high hopes for that rookie they picked up, Bateman.
Yeah, Bateman, dude.
I don't know. I think you guys are going to trade for Deshaun Watson, bro. Where there's smoke, there's fire.
Yeah, you're right.
And get your number 4 jersey ready, Francis. You know you're going to buy one.
I haven't bought a jersey in a minute, bro.
Yeah? Well, let me ask you this. If you guys trade for Deshaun Watson, will you buy a Deshaun Watson jersey?
No.
I think it's happening, Francis.
It's
going down.
Here.
What? What happened? What'd you say?
I made that mistake one time. Bought that T.O. jersey, and that was a big mistake. After that, I said, I'm never buying another jersey. And then, you know what? I wanted the Deshaun Jackson jersey out of the fucking claw machine. And I'll tell you what, I fucking
You tapped out after that T.O. jersey, huh?
Yeah, I tapped right
You
out.
didn't even go
after
get a
that
B.
video.
Dawkins. I'm
I
surprised
had
you didn't at least get a
to
Brian
be Dawkins for a
Dawkins.
minute. But what?
Damn. But yeah, buddy, I think it's going down. I think, like I said, where the smoke there's fire. I think you guys are going to get Deshaun Watson. And if you guys were sold on Jalen Hurts, like I said a few minutes ago, there wouldn't be no need for these talks wouldn't even be happening.
Nope.
And even if Deshaun doesn't like the way the meeting with the Eagles went, what other option does he have? Nobody's knocking down the door other than you guys. So I think he's going to be an Eagle. I'm calling it. By the end of the weekend, Deshaun Watson will be a Philadelphia Eagle. Book it!
So?
Book it. Book it. I do. Where there's smoke, there's fire, my friend. And I'm going to say it this much. If you guys get Deshaun Watson and you do things right and you just don't worry about the rebuild because you guys are in a rebuild mode anyway. If you guys can be in a rebuild mode with a franchise quarterback, that sets you guys up real well because you know that's going to draw players to want to play with him. I would do it. Don't worry about the win now. Worry about the investment of the future. Here I am promoting this shit. See, here I am. I'm here trying to sit here fucking promote you guys possibly fucking win another championship. And I shouldn't even be doing so. But I'm telling you, man, like, I just got this feeling, man. Like, I got a feeling even by the end of the night, I'm going to hear a did-it, and it's going to say Eagles trade for Watson, get rid of Hurts or whatever, the headline says.
Yeah, I know the headlines.
Yeah. It's going down, Francis. And I think you just need to accept it for what it is.
It's probably going to go down. The Eagles will make that move.
Oh, it's going to go down. Now, imagine, okay, so you said you got Devontae Smith out for the first 4 weeks. Now, if this guy is what everybody believes he's going to be, imagine him and Deshaun Watson. If Deshaun can even play this year, because we do have to keep in mind that he might get suspended up to 6 games to possibly the whole year. Be that as it may, I think you guys should worry about the future, not the now. And I think you guys should make this trade and just build around Deshaun Watson. I think that's your best bet. I don't think Jalen Hurts is the answer. I don't. But I want to know what you, the viewer, thinks. Hit the comment section. Let me know what you guys think. If there's some Eagles fans out there watching this show, let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think the Eagles are going to trade for Deshaun Watson? Do you guys don't think they're going to trade for Deshaun Watson? They're going to keep Jalen Hurts. Hit the comment section. I want to know what you guys think. I also want to know, do you agree with me when I say that if the Philadelphia Eagles front office, new coach Nick Sirianni, was sold on Jalen Hurts to begin with as being their guy, would there even be trade talks to begin with? Hit the comment section. I want to know what you guys think. It's going down, Francis.
Yeah.
It's going down.
Probably is going to go down.
It's going down, bro. Man, it's going down.
You know what's crazy?
That's going to be nuts. That's going to be nuts seeing Deshaun in Philadelphia.
It's going to be upsetting. It's going to be
upsetting.
Upsetting because it's going to be upsetting watching him struggle in Philly, just like Carson Wentz. And it might drive him out.
You are not giving no hope at all. No hope. So not even if you give it 2-3 years.
The Eagles are struggling right now, bro. They are struggling. You seen them.
Is it because of cap issues? Like, what's going on down there?
Bro, they have no weapons.
But what if they get weapons?
If we
over
get
time.
Dude, yeah.
See, you want it right now.
The Eagles
you
ain't
want
got
it right
time.
now.
They get Deshaun Watson. Well, we're gonna beat him up for 3 years. By the time we get the weapons, Deshaun Watson's gonna want to leave.
You got an interesting point there. I can understand that. Well, I'm saying, what if you guys build the offensive line though, and you guys can protect him, and then get playmakers? Then what? Then what do you say to that?
Yeah.
I think you guys can do it, man. Like I do.
No,
You
we
guys
could.
did it
We
with
could.
a lesser. You
We
guys
could
did
do
it in
it.
2018
No, that team was built to win, dude.
to a degree, but at the same time, like,
I'm
let's
gonna
be
bring
honest,
up a point
Deshaun
right
Watson's
now.
better than
I'm gonna
Carson
bring
Wentz.
up a point right now, and I had this conversation with a lot of people lately. The Colts, okay, the Colts, and you probably know what the Colts are dealing with right now with Carson Wentz, how he's out for
Yeah.
6 to 12 weeks with the foot shit.
Yeah, absolutely.
So the Colts are built to win, Marcus, just like the Eagles. The Colts just have different players.
Oh,
but
yes,
they're
that
just
team
like
is
that
built.
Eagles team that won the Super Bowl. They're the same team. They got a pounding running back, good O-line, and everyone. And and a lot of people had this idea. And it's crazy. I heard people say this shit. They should, and I said this shit before I even heard it. They should trade for Nick Foles. And it's crazy. Carson Wentz, if they trade for Nick Foles, because he's third string quarterback on the Bears right now, will never leave the shit. And he'll come in and win. And that's what I'm saying to you right now, Marcus. You have to have the talent around you to win. You can't just come
You see
into
what
a
I just did,
team.
right? I took the hat off.
I know you took the hat off.
Do you know why I took the hat off? You know why I took, bro. You know if they trade for Nick Foles, they better just get ready to trade Carson Wentz next year.
They're winning.
They just better be ready to trade Carson Wentz if that happens. But all right, so to veer off the topic real quick, obviously, you know what I mean. We already got Texans Eagles topic out the way, so let's veer off into that topic, into this topic about the Colts situation, because I talked about this yesterday. Phillip Rivers said that he's interested in making a comeback. Now, let me ask you, if you're the Colts, do you trade for Nick Foles or do you re-sign Phillip Rivers?
I think that fucking Frank Wright already talked to Nick Foles. And that's why Nick Foles sold it in the presser the way he did. Like, let me get this opportunity because we're going to win. He already played with, and that's what I said this shit to my sister, and I said this shit to my fucking boy the other night, dude. I told it to my cousin. You seen what he did with Nick Foles. Nick Foles only struggled one game he struggled. That Atlanta game, he struggled. He struggled, and I don't take it away from no one. He struggled in that. But he came back and played the 2 best games of his career when it mattered the most.
That is true.
And Marcus,
well, he also played well when Wentz went down the season after the Super Bowl. He came in his last 4 games, and they made it to the playoffs when they were looking like they weren't going to. And I also said this a couple days ago on my other episode that I like the move of the Colts. I like the move of Foles going into Colts. I just think it will cause friction.
This is the thing. I'm going to do this like this, and then I'm going to do it like this. Alshon Jeffries catches that pass. The Saints don't make the playoffs.
They're going back to the Super Bowl probably.
With Nick Foles again.
Mm-hmm.
So, Marcus, I ain't gonna say and sugarcoat shit. That is Frank Wright's boy. You think he's gonna risk? Fuck that. He didn't play with Phillip Rivers. He played with Nick Foles. He already called him, and that's why Nick Foles tried to sell that shit like he did. Like, we're ready to win.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a fit. I think it's a perfect fit because, and I said this on the show the other day. It's a perfect fit because Nick Foles will do whatever the play design is built to do, as opposed to Carson Wentz, because Carson Wentz is so physically gifted with the football when he's accurate. When he's on and he's accurate, this guy can do some amazing things with the football. But that can also be a detriment to him because he tries to go for the big play too much instead of taking what the defenses are giving you and taking chunks for first downs and just working your way up the field. So I agree with you that the fit is perfect because Nick Foles knows that offense. That's the system that he won a Super Bowl with.
It's the same team. It's not
It's the
even
same,
the
and they're
system.
built.
Marcus,
And
they're built
they're
the
not.
same
They're built like
way.
you said, the same. They have running backs, they have quality receivers, and that offensive line. I can definitely see that comparison.
Like the defense
Now
is the
it
same.
is also
Bend don't
I know
break.
it did lose. They did lose their top offensive lineman to the same injury.
And that's why that's why the trade makes even more sense. What are you gonna put fucking the dude who has no experience behind an injured, like not a beat up O line, but your star or your O line's out. What are you gonna put a dude who has no experience, or are you gonna pick up one of these guys who's hanging out trying to sell their job? At this point, whoever comes in that spot, even if it's Phillip Rivers, Frank Wright's gonna tear it up with him. I'm telling you this right now. If Frank Reich gets Phillip Rivers, bro, they might actually win a Super Bowl. He might actually get his ring.
I said this on the show the other day. I said, listen, both moves are great for them. It's a win-win situation.
Frank Reich
it's a win-win situation.
To win a ring as a head coach.
It's a win-win situation because the beauty about Phillip Rivers coming back is that now he knows that offense too. So maybe if he can avoid the mistakes, avoid the interceptions, if he were to come back, Phillip Rivers, they could still make a big run.
Bro, they could make a run. That's not even like they can make a run no matter what, bro.
See, I don't want to say no matter what, because do you really think they can make a run with Jacoby? Is Jacoby Brissett even still there?
Yeah, but no, I'm saying that team is. I mean, you got to really just look at the team, bro.
No, that team is stacked.
I looked at
top to bottom, defense and offense, no doubt about it.
Yeah, like I didn't even
both know this. If you're not getting some type of consistent enough play from the quarterback, you ain't gonna win much games.
Yeah, and that's the
you gotta have the quarterback playing well.
Mm-hmm. And that's the one thing with that team, for it to work. Without the quarterback, it doesn't work. Because you can't just pound the rock. You can't. It doesn't work like that nowadays. Unless you got someone like Derrick Henry that's trying to run the ball like 25 times a fucking game. Yo, to go off topic too, you call it the ratings on Madden and shit. They did people dirty this year with the ratings on Madden, dog.
Yeah.
That shit.
Oh yeah, they did.
They did people real
idiots.
dirty.
They don't listen. I'm to the point where I'm ready for the new 2K NFL to come out.
Bro,
I'm getting to the point. I'm getting done with Madden, man.
That shit. Is that shit really? When's the release date for that shit?
I don't know. It's been in talks. I know about that.
Watch the trail or some little like game part shit.
I'm ready for the 2K shit. I want to see what they do with it because
don't
get me wrong. I love Madden. Madden's history to me, but it's good history to me. But at the same time, it's like with the ratings and what they do with some of these players, like last year when I played last year's games, they made it seem like Derek Carr had no throwing power whatsoever. And I'm just like, my quarterback has a fucking rocket. Like, he can throw the deep ball.
Bro, like, I hope the Eagles get Deshaun Watson just for the sake of Madden, because I hate to go in the new Madden, because I'm going to buy the new Madden just to test it out.
Well, yeah, just because you got to. It's almost you got to.
I always do. But,
yeah.
Fucking, if I get in that Madden and play with the Eagles, bro, that's going to be a hurt piece. I'm going to have to pick a different team.
Why?
The best player on the Eagles is Fletcher Cox. You know that, right? 94.
Oh, yeah.
And then Brandon Brooks is a 90.
That's the only two guys that you guys got like really in the 90s?
Yeah, only two guys.
What about 80s?
It's like Zach Ertz, Brandon Graham.
Ertz is still in the 80s? I thought they would decrease him because him being
80.
hurt.
He's just an 80, bro.
Oh, yeah. So that he's at the bottom of the barrel now.
80 range. Brandon Graham's like an 85, I think. I'm trying to think who else is in that range. Now, I'll just say this. We have a lot of 70s. They fucking did Devontae Smith dirty. Guess what his rating is?
Didn't he's a rookie. What, 74?
75. He's the highest rated Eagles receiver. Fulgham, Ruger and the
He's a
other one
he's
are
a
all
rookie.
73s.
He's a rookie. He's a rookie. We got to see what he does too.
The Eagles.
He's got to earn those Madden stripes.
Bro. They're in shambles right now. The Eagles team.
Well, we'll see if they'll be in shambles here soon when you boys trade for fucking Deshaun Watson and build that team around him. And
we'll see.
I'm gonna put. All right, so let me ask you this: Will you feel more confident? Will you feel more confident in y'all chance to rebuild this team if Howie Roseman gets fired?
Well, honestly, it's just I don't even know what he's doing sometimes. Sometimes I'm like, what the fuck is this dude
This
doing?
is why I asked you this. Because I see a lot of Eagles fans that's been calling for his head since 2019, 20.
It's not even
Ever since basically you guys didn't go back to the Super Bowl.
It's not even that. Just fucking dude, like how the fuck are you fucking doing the shit you're doing right now? You know better. We've seen you do better, and that's what it is too. You're just pissing off a lot of people because they've seen you do good, and you fucking fucking that money up. But I don't know. A lot of people said that shit was all Frank Wright. I'm really starting to think, just by the way the Colts team came together, I'm starting to think Frank Wright had a big part in the way the Eagles played. It was the Garrett.
No, there's no doubt about it.
Oh
no, if you look how how, like you just said, how they play, there's no doubt that was Frank Reich's imprint on the Eagles.
Yeah, like that was.
You said it. Look how they're built. Look how they're built from top to bottom.
Dude, they're the same team, Marcus. Same exact team. Same exact team. Just different players.
Basically.
Just different players. Yep. But you
Yeah.
get what I'm saying, though. They're the same type of players that he did. Like, you get what I'm saying. Like, they're them same type of guys. Like,
well, that's what you're supposed to do when you're a coach. Like, when you've been, or at least, all right, when you've been an offensive coordinator, you haven't been the guy, the head coach. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to take in the ins and the outs of the head coaching position. So you know that if you get that shot somewhere, you know how to build a team. You know what I mean? And he knows how to build a team right, man. Like, he obviously knows how to build a team. And that's good. I'll take that. I'm hoping what Chuck's doing will lead to success this year for my guys, but that's another topic for another day.
Yeah, we're gonna bring up.
Apparently, I will throw this in there. Apparently, Derek Carr and Henry Ruggs look phenomenal.
Yo, I'm gonna.
Apparently, they look phenomenal.
Who'd your boys get today? They paid a little much for them, but they got them.
Gerald McCoy and KJ Wright.
Yep.
Yeah, I love it. We needed veteran presence on that defense. Our defense young, man.
Yeah.
Yes.
I ain't gonna
I like it. We got Casey Hayward.
That's John Gruden.
If Gerald McCoy, I said it. If he's 80% what he was, you know what I mean? That defensive line is going to be a problem. See, now you got me all excited and shit. I'm ready to talk my fucking football. I'm ready to go.
I ain't gonna lie to you though, real shit. So I want to bring this up too to you. So what do you think about the potential everyone talking shit on the Patriots making their potential return, dude?
I literally just talked about it right before you came on the show.
For real?
Literally was just talking about it. I swear to you. Bro, when I clip this video down, I will send it to you.
I'm a Cam fan, dog. I want him to start doing it again. I think
I'll even pull the topic up.
I want him to start bringing it back.
That's yeah. Like I was watching. I even played it on the show earlier.
He said it too.
I played the audio what Max had to say on ESPN or whatever, and I agree with a lot of the things that he was saying.
They do got the tight ends, bro. He did what he said he was gonna do. I'm gonna go get.
Most importantly, they still have the coach.
Dude, it's Belichick.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
I
All
want
right, we're
Cam
gonna
to
move on
start
to the
doing it
next
again,
topic, though.
Marcus. You already know I'm a Cam fan. So
I am
I
too,
want-
and I'm hoping they have success. I just hope the success don't come at my team's expense. We're in the same division. We're in the same conference. I can't have that. I gotta hope my team finally ascends and stops bullshitting around and playing well in the first half of the year and then choking like bitches down the stretch.
I want him to start doing it again. I'm sorry.
No, don't do that. Come on, man. Like, oh man, Francis. Come on, man. You know what?
So
Just for
no,
that.
but no. Real
Now I
quick,
hope y'all don't trade for Deshaun Watson. How about that? Keep Jalen Hurts. Be in mediocrity for the next 3 to 5 years.
I ain't gonna lie to you. Real shit. So, what do you think about Patrick Mahomes being in crisis this year?
He's gonna get fucked up.
I don't know, man. You think
He's gonna get
I don't
fucked
know.
up. We're gonna talk about. We're gonna definitely talk about that here soon. I'm gonna put together a fucking basically like a regular season preview for each team. I'm gonna break it down by division and shit like that. So here before the season starts, I'm gonna do that and definitely touch on some teams because that's what I want to do. I want to be able to touch on every single team. I don't want to just focus on my teams.
No, definitely.
Like.
Yeah, no.
I mean, shit like that. I focus
I
on
really
every
want to see
single
the
team.
Chargers. I hate to say it to you too. I know you don't want to hear that neither. I say you gotta watch out for them Chargers.
You know what? And there's a lot of people that's gonna hate me for saying this, but I'm gonna do it. I hope the Cowboys beat y'all twice this year and win y'all division.
I hope they do too. For the 6 rating they gave to Madden, they better deserve something, them bum ass dudes. Fucking bums out here.
I'm telling you right now. You want to say that shit? You want to wish the Chargers well? Then you know what? I hate to even say it, but just because you said that, the Cowboys, I hope they beat y'all twice and win y'all division. Just because I know how much you would hate that shit.
I laugh every time they get close and they fail.
Everybody does, buddy. You know how many memes are out there? You know what I mean about the Cowboys? Like every single year they sell. Like no offense to their fans, but it's the truth. Every single year, their fans are like, "Oh, this is the Cowboys year. This Cowboys year," and every single year, you know what I mean? It's like, yeah. You know what I mean? Like, no, it's not. Like, hasn't been your year since you guys had Michael Irvin and fucking Aikman.
Nope.
Don't get it fucked up, though. That team, if they do it right, it's all about it's up to Mike McCarthy and the coaching, honestly, because they are built, man. People got to stop acting like that team's not built. That team's fucking ridiculously stacked,
bro. I ain't lying.
Bro, like
my cousin all the time.
Yeah, like
I'm like, bro, if your Cowboys could just get
it
together.
Did you see Zeke? He's in shape. He's ready. He's in shape. That fucker's in shape.
Do you think
he's ready to go?
You think he's gonna come in and do what he did last year? Fuck no. He's gonna run hard this year.
He
looks
and I think they're gonna use him in the passing game more too.
Yeah, definitely.
I think it would serve them right to do so because we've seen what he can do when he gets the ball in his hands in the open field. And the fact that he's coming in 218, they said he hasn't been this slim since basically like his rookie season.
Yeah.
Like, that's good because the last few years he has looked like he's lost a step a little bit. He put on a little too much weight.
Yeah.
He put on a little too much weight. I hate to say that because I like to see them fail too. I love to see them fail too, but
dude,
that team
fan. I'm not. This is how I say it to my cousin. I'm not a fan, but I do like talent.
You admire the talent. You admire what they have. You like what they have.
I can't knock.
You got to be honest about it.
You got players. I wish the Eagles had half your players. Give me half your players. I'll take Michael Gallup happily. He can happily be my number 1 wide receiver on the Eagles. I'll take him happily. Let me get Michael Gallup. That's all I need. Yeah, I know.
He's good. He is good. I like Gallup.
Yeah.
All right, but we gonna move on to the next topic. We got some UFC news coming in.
Oh no.
Reported a couple days. It was reported a couple days ago. I called it. You know what I mean? Was surfing through it or whatever. We got Paulo Costa versus Marvin Vettori being finalized for October 23 card. Like I said, I don't know if it's going to be a pay-per-view card. I doubt it is. I think it's going to be one of those UFC Fight Night cards. So what do you think about this fight? I think it's the right booking. I think this is the right booking in terms of the middleweight division. It's a crossroads fight. Vettori just lost to Aiden Sanya. Costa's last fight was a loss to Aiden Sanya. So this fight makes sense. Who are you going with?
I want to go with fucking Paulo Costa just because I know that he can. But that performance he put on against Adesanya was just shit. Like, I just don't trust you after that. I don't trust you after that performance. I lost all trust in you.
You know what I don't trust? And it's so funny you said that. You know what I don't trust? And I was because when I was downloaded my overlays for this, speaking of which, let me actually showcase it. I mean, but when I was surfing the internet or whatever, you know, pictures to put this overlay or whatever and stuff, I stumbled upon a picture of Paulo, right? And he was at a press conference. It was a photo of him at a press conference when he was wearing that tiger suit and with that tiger shirt, the tiger-like striped shirt. And, bro, if you look at his face, like, he was grossly out of shape. Like, you could see it in his face that he was eating. Boy was chunky. You know what I mean? So I think the thing for me, for Paulo, is he has to take his weight more seriously. That's the thing for me. I mean, it's a good matchup stylistically. I think that it could be a fun fight because they both come forward. They both like to come forward.
And that's where I think he's going to get hurt.
Who, Vettori?
Yeah.
I think so too, but I'm going with Paulo Costa in this fight. I am. I expect him to win this fight, and I expect him to win in fashion. In fact, I expect him to win in fashion.
If Vettori comes out and tries to fight him like he did Adesanya, he's going to get knocked out.
I think he's going to get knocked out no matter whatever way he comes in. I just think Paulo, if he's on, and like I said, his weight, to me, it's all about the weight cut. Because we knew he was having problems getting down to that weight when he fought Aiden Sanya. And now he's been off for over a year. Like I said, in that photo, you could tell he's a guy who likes to eat. So for me, it's all about, will that weight cut limit him from his full potential? Or will he, hopefully in this time that he's had off, he start taking his weight a lot more seriously, and he should come in a lot better shape, hopefully. Because I think if he comes in that type of shape that he did against Adesanya, and he even admitted that the night before he was drinking, he was eating, etc. You know what I mean? Like,
but
if he comes in like that against Vettori, I can see Vettori tearing through him because, much like Costa, they're come forward volume fighters.
This is the one thing I gotta say though, fucking real shit. You can make all the excuses in the book you want. You got your ass fucked up. I don't care what you.
Oh yeah, Vettori and Costa did.
Yeah, both of you.
And that's another thing that makes this fight interesting too, because they both, after losing to Aiden Sanya, they both made terrible excuses as to why they lost that fight. And then even Vettori went on to say he still thought he won the fight. Like he's completely delusional. Yeah. You know, so he makes it kind of hard for him to root for him. You know what I mean? But be that as it may, skill, you got to appreciate skill. The guy's got skill. He's a pressure fighter, much like Costa. The only difference I see between those two is that obviously Costa is just bigger, stronger guy. He is. He just is. And he packs more of a wallop. Like, if he's on, he's going to tear. I think he's just going to destroy Vettori. I don't think it's going to be a good fight. I think if Paulo Costa's on, he's going to destroy Marvin Vettori.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I mean, that's just the way I see it happening. I mean, I think if he comes in with the right mindset and the most important thing, in shape. If he comes in shape, he doesn't drink and eat the night before the fucking fight. You know what I mean? If he takes this shit seriously, he can be a problem again. Like, I personally don't think Costa should be at 2-5. That's my opinion. I think he should have left the middleweight division once he lost to Adesanya because I just think that weight cut is too much. He's a big guy. He cuts a lot of weight. He said he walks around at like 215, 220. So that's what? Up damn near a 35, 40-pound weight cut? That's a lot. Like, so for me, I think Costa needs to go up to 205, but we'll see how he looks in this fight. We'll definitely see how he looks in this fight.
Yeah.
But hit the comment section. Let me know what you guys think about this fight between Paulo Costa and Marvin Vettori. Do you guys think that Costa's going to return to form, get his weight in shape, get in shape and get his weight in order and tear through Vettori? Or do you think that Vettori will be able to match him pressure for pressure, make it an interesting fight, and also maybe score a knockout or a decision win or a submission win himself? Hit the comment section. I want to know what you guys think. But yeah, bro, I personally think that if Costa, it's all about Costa just coming in the right health, right mind frame, right shape. If he can do that and get his weight in order, I think this should be easy for him. I just think he's the better, more skilled fighter anyway.
He is.
You know what I mean? That's just my opinion.
But then again, anything could happen in this fucking.
Anything can happen, and that's the thing. Marvin, you got to give him his credit. Yeah. He'll be in your face. He will be in your face.
He's definitely gonna be in your face.
You know, this is a guy who lost to Adesanya, but before that, he hadn't lost for 3 years, so he's not a bum.
So, what do you think about Nate Diaz?
It's just his attitude. Nate Diaz and Nate Diaz or Nick?
No. What do you think about fucking Dana White pushing Nate out of the Usman fight because he wanted to see the Covington fight?
Well, no disrespect, but listen. All right. So we're going to veer off into this topic because now you got my interest piqued. Let me take this shit off. All right. Prop my chair up. There we go. Reposition.
And yo, before you start, let me just say this. I seen this shit. You know why they don't have 6-round fights in the UFC, right?
No.
Because stoners like Nate Diaz would be the champion. That is the
because one more fucking round. One more round.
Ever, dude. Even in the
one more round with that motherfucker, he's pulling it out.
Fan. Even in the Conor fights, one more round here. Done.
See, okay. So this is my take on that. Okay. Obviously, based on fan reaction because of that last round against Leon Edwards, there are some fans that felt that Nate should deserve a title shot, etc., etc. But let's be realistic here. And I love Nate Diaz to death. You know what I mean? I am a diehard. I've watched him since The Ultimate Fighter. I am a big fan of that guy. You know what I mean? But the truth of the matter is, really UFC rankings don't really matter sometimes anyway. But he's not ranked. So let's just say for the sake of argument, rankings did matter fully. He's not ranked. He did lose 4 out of 5 rounds. You can argue that he maybe won 2 rounds in that fight. Maybe. But most cards had it 4 rounds to 1 for Leon Edwards. Okay, like I said, you're going to argue that he won 2 rounds.
I think he won too.
Either way, the point is I love Nate, but no, he doesn't deserve a title shot because you lost. At the end of the day, you lost. And yes, if there had been one more round, he would have won that fight. But you know my argument for this. Had you did it earlier, we wouldn't be having this conversation. So I have to agree, unfortunately, with Uncle Dana on this one. No, now the whole, if there's one more round because stoners like Nate Diaz would be champion, what's the problem with that? Is there a problem with a stoner being a champion? I don't think so. What's wrong with being a fucking a marijuana smoker?
You already
Nothing
know.
at all.
I read that shit. I said that is the truth, though.
So because
it is the truth
so basically,
statement.
see now, just to be a smartass, I'm gonna buy me a replica championship belt. You know what I mean? Because I'm gonna prove a point that yes, potheads can fucking be a champion. Yes, you can.
Michael
Why
Phelps.
can't you? Just because you smoke grass, something that came from the earth? Dana said that shit?
I don't know who said that shit. It was just posted.
Where'd you hear it?
It was posted. It's
Where'd
a
you hear
meme,
it?
dog, on the Joe Rogan's podcast website.
Oh. Well, with that being said, that doesn't surprise me, though. I honestly think that'd be a true sentiment.
It is.
I think that'd be a true I think that's a true sentiment. I don't think they would want a guy like Nate Diaz being champion. I mean, but then my thing is this, but then again, think about it, bro. Conor McGregor was a champion, fucking punching old men in bars.
But this is the thing, dude. Conor McGregor is different than Nate Diaz.
Yeah. Unfortunately, he has a whole country behind him.
It's not even that.
That is true. There's no denying that.
You know what it is?
That's always what will separate him too. He has that whole country
crazy?
Behind him. He has a city.
Someone said this shit the other day. Someone said this shit the other day. They're like, it's crazy that the people hate the one person that they love. And you know who it is? Conor McGregor. Everyone talks about how they hate this guy. They hate this guy. They hate the way these guys act. They hate. That is Conor McGregor. And you love him. People love that type of entertainment, Marcus. They love that, bro.
Some people love that type of entertainment.
They love
some people love that type of entertainment.
No, a lot.
But they only really love it. But let's really be honest. Let's be fair here. They only really love it when you're winning. It gets old after a while when you're losing.
Okay, it's getting old now, but honestly, bro, he's still gonna have that following because even when it gets old, people are just gonna be like, "Yo, I want to see you get knocked out now." And it's it's fucked up to say like that, bro.
No, I'll say this. I think because see, it's different though. It's kind of different UFC with boxing because we've seen this. What happened with Chuck Liddell? You know what I mean? There comes a point in time where you got to pull the plug. And if a guy's losing too much, I don't care how big of his name is or whatever. There's how many opportunities are going to keep giving a guy who doesn't deserve it? And as we know, the UFC always progresses, bro. They always make new stars. They always do.
No, they do.
There will be a guy who succeeds Conor McGregor one day. Just like there might be a guy who succeeds Floyd Mayweather one day. Canelo financially is already almost there. There will be a time where there will be a brand new shiny toy that's people will say is better than Conor McGregor. This is how the world works. The only way he's going to be able to keep this type of fan base up and to keep this entertainment going if he starts winning again. Because if he keeps losing, people are going to be like, yo, man, yeah, you know what I mean? You keep talking all this, but now it's kind of old. We know you ain't about nothing. You can't wrestle. As soon as somebody grab a hold of you, they beat you the fuck up. Like, it's just what it is, bro.
I
Like,
ain't gonna lie, bro. You know what? This is what I
he
said.
should go to boxing.
No.
He should go to
Honestly,
boxing. At least
you
do
know what my
celebrity boxing.
coworker
Fight
said to
Jake
me,
Paul
right?
or something.
Listen to me. This is what my coworker said. He said, "Do you think Connor's done?" And this is exactly how I said it, Marcus. You want to hear? Connor fans saying this too. I'm a supporter. I don't care what the fuck's going on in his head right now. He got some other shit going. I don't give a fuck. Whatever. I'm a fan. I'll always be a fan regardless, But I said it just like this. Connor has 3 more fights. You want to hear it? 3 more fights. 1 more fight in the UFC. You know who it's going to be? Nate Diaz. Yep.
Yeah.
Fight him. Get your ass beat up. Take that $20 million. Call it loss, win, draw, whatever. You're done. It don't matter if you fucking kill Nate Diaz. I don't even care if you fucking kill him. You're done. You're done. Second fight Manny Pacquiao. Get Manny Pacquiao. Get that in the works. Get your money with Manny because you're already trying to get that fight. You're already trying. Let Manny carry you a couple rounds and then fucking settle that Jake Paul shit. Knock that motherfucker be the one to shut his fucking mouth. Because that
Tyrod's
this
has to end. No, this has to end in a couple weeks. No, this has to end in a couple weeks. When Tyron Woodley's in there, this has to end.
Tyrod's about to take a fall.
No.
I watched that latest presser. Did you see Tyrod? He looks like he's about to fall for the money, just like Ben.
I don't think so. That's not what I'm looking at. I don't know. Maybe we're looking at 2 different things.
It's kind of like Jake Paul.
We're looking at 2 different things.
I don't know.
Oh, man. Francis, come on. Francis, don't do that to me.
But Jake Paul looked at him in the eyes and said that shit like it was kind of like he knew I'm going to knock you out.
No.
I swear to God, it ain't going to be like on some sucker shit, but I'm telling you this. If he comes out and knocks out T Wood, bro, I'm going to call you and I'm going to tell you right in your face.
No, we're doing live commentary about it. We're doing live commentary. You know I'm going to be on that. I'm going to be on that.
If he starts coming
just like I'm going to be on Pacquiao versus Spence
and piecing out T Wood, I'll be so upset you don't even know. But I'm going to tell you I said so. I'm going to say it just like that. I said so. The money's talking right now to T Wood. I ain't going to lie to you. You can see it in his eyes. He's making too much money right now off promoting this fight. And I'll tell you this right now.
I think
you're going to take that fall.
I think this is personal. It's
really think this personal, is personal. But I think it's
I think it's been personal.
The UFC guy to knock him
out. Me personally, my thing is this. I feel like if Tyron Woodley was going to take the dive, why would Floyd be in this camp? You know what I mean? Like, I don't believe
Marcus.
Like, I'm gonna put it this way.
Yo, you're being stupid right now. Do I really?
No.
I need to make the sign to you. It's all money, bro.
It's all money, but at the same time,
what do you think?
Could easily. My thing is this: you could easily make that money still.
Who do you think make that money still when he takes out Jake Paul? Who do you think?
Floyd. Not Floyd.
Definitely
not Floyd.
Definitely Floyd.
No.
Definitely Floyd.
He don't like him. He doesn't like him.
$1 billion fight. $1 billion fight.
No. I'm telling you right now.
Conor McGregor.
I'm telling you right now. I think the reason why Floyd's in Tyron Woodley's corner is because he wants Tyron Woodley to beat him, obviously. And I don't think – my thing is this. You're going to take a dive, right? Why would you even enlist all these high-level – you heard Tyron Woodley say it. He wants to continue into boxing. You know what I mean? So if he really wants to continue into boxing and get out of MMA, why would he take a dive like this knowing that's going to hurt his boxing credibility?
Everyone wants to get into everything, Marcus.
No, it's going down. It's going down, Francis. No, it's going down. Tyron Woodley's knocking this bitch out. It's going down.
It's going down. Press conference and tell somebody
I can't wait. Oh, I cannot wait for this fucking fight, man. I cannot wait for this fight. See, and that's why we'll go on record and give Jake Paul credit. Thank you, Jake Paul, for giving me somebody to root against. And for somebody, thank you for allowing me to fucking have somebody to root against and to be this excited about something that should be so fucking stupid. Because you should not be this excited about an exhibition boxing match. But fucking damn it, he's fucking twisting my arm here. I want to see him go down. Like, I mean, like, I want to see it. Like, I do. He's got it. You know what I mean? He's got what he wanted. You know what I mean? I got to see it happen just because of how he talks. And my thing is this, because you know how big of a boxing fan is. You know how much I love that sport in particular. And I'm not saying he's disrespecting. I've even read on record saying before that in some ways what he is doing for boxing, him and his brother, is good because it's bringing new attention. It is. But I don't like the fact that you're sitting there portraying yourself to say you have CTE, to say you're a real boxer when motherfucker you haven't fought a real boxer. Yeah. That's my
I don't
biggest
like how
issue.
you're saying you're a real boxer when you haven't even fought a real boxer.
Exactly. And I'm telling you, Francis, August 28th, it's going down. It's going down, Francis. Uh-oh. Say shit, but you know what? Night vision. We put night vision goggles on or something. What the fuck? Shit went dark for a second.
Dark 30. My bad. I was answering a text real quick. My bad.
You're good, bro. But, you're definitely good. But yeah, man, like, oh man, let's see. And I'm gonna actually do a feature on that. Just like I'm doing a feature in an hour for the fucking Lewis and Gane fight. Go for an hour on that, just strictly talking about that main card for Saturday's card for UFC 265 and shit. But I'm gonna do a feature on that Paul and Woodley fight too. And I'm gonna make sure I come prepared with some training clips. I want to download some of their training clips, kind of edited it a little bit, you know what I mean? Put my little spin on it. You know what I mean? And shit if I can. Well, yeah. But see, obviously you have to learn the tricks and trade of the YouTube algorithm. You can use certain videos as long as you kind of edit it, but you have to edit it to like at least a 3 to 5 second clipping. You know what I mean? And shit like that. So I'm definitely fucking coming equipped with that shit. You know what I mean? Like I can't wait for that fight. I can't. It's going down, Francis, and we're going live. I hope you'll be ready. I don't want to hear no more excuses, Francis, because you're pulling for Jake Paul. I can tell you. I can tell you're pulling for Jake Paul. Yeah, you are. That's why you got a shit smile on your face. You want him to win. You want him to win so you can come on the show and rub this shit in my fucking face. That's what you want to do. I know. That's why you're laughing like that. I know it. It's cool. It's all love, bro. I plan on August the 29th. On the night of that fight, I'm planning on celebrating.
Did it for me. Let me just tell you, when they faced off,
I might even take a shot of alcohol.
When they faced off, this is what did it for me. When they faced off, I'm like, I want Tyrod to come back. I want him to knock this dude out because Tyrod took this bad loss. You know, I'm Tyrod Woodley fan. But when they faced off, and then I seen the face off, and I seen that little melt. This dude, he's paying him. He's paying him to take the fall. Jake Paul said, I'll just give you half my purse, motherfucker. Just take the fall.
Well, that was Ben Askren. Well, that was Ben Askren. And see, and this is, I want to note this real quick, though. In all fairness, I mean, let's really be honest here. Tyron Woodley is more of a striker. I mean, you can count on Tyron Woodley to throw strikes more than Ben Askren ever did his entire UFC or one championship MMA career period. Ben Askren was a straight, I will eat your shots, and he had a tremendous chin throughout his career up until Masvidal, cracked him. You know what I mean? He was a guy who would run through your shots, grab a hold of you, put your ass on the ground, and beat you up, or put you to sleep. You know what I mean? With a submission. He was not by any means a striker or a puncher, a boxer, whatever. And on top of that, Ben he came off a hip replacement, and you can see he was terribly out of shape.
Oh, yeah.
Like, Woodley is active. That's the biggest thing. That's the biggest reason why I believe Tyron Woodley is going to beat him up. You know what I mean? With this little bit of boxing training and the fact that he's obviously had some type of boxing training in MMA. You know what I mean? So he's already had some type of boxing training in MMA. Now he's going full-blown boxing training. And the fact that he's still active, even though he's 40 years old. He's still in tremendous shape, and he's still active. You know what I mean? That's why I got Tyron Woodley winning this fight. I don't think there's going to be no dive. I don't think there's going to be no bull job. I think he really wants to hurt this boy. That's just the feel I get from it. I feel that there's real tension.
I really hope that.
I feel like there's real tension there.
No, I really do think there is too, and that's why I think honestly, that's why Floyd Mayweather took Tyrod's corner, like you said. Like I think that was a big reason.
You don't like him? Got your hat?
Yep, he don't like that shit. Yeah, he didn't like that. And you know what's crazy? You could tell that Logan Paul was like happy that shit went down like that, but he was unhappy that shit went down like that. You get what I'm saying? Because he didn't even know.
No, he even said it.
Yeah, he didn't even know that Jake did that shit. I really think
they asked him. They asked him on his show Impulsive, because I watched it, a little bit of a clipping or whatever, and they asked him, they was like, how do you feel about what Jake did, at the event? He said, I think he's fucking stupid. He was like, that was stupid. He was like, he deserved to get punched in the face.
Yeah.
Like he straight up said, he said, I love my brother, don't get me wrong, but he deserves to get punched in the face for that. See, that's why I say I fucks with Logan. I like Logan.
No, I like Logan.
You know what I mean? Because, like I've said before on the show, that guy, he's just like a renaissance man. This guy just really wants to try to do whatever interests him in the world, he just wants to be able to go do it. Whether it's climb Mount Everest or fucking take a trip to fucking Dubai, whatever. Like, he's just that type of guy, and I can respect that. He's like your fucking modern day renaissance man.
Yep, that's exactly.
I can respect that. All right, so we're gonna get to the last topic. I ain't even gonna lie. I didn't even think I was gonna hit 2 hours of the show. I thought it was gonna be a little bit shorter, but fuck it, we went. But the last topic is we got another UFC fight, this time in the women's division, in the flyweight division, between Joanne Calderwood and Alexa Grasso, being finalized for November 20th flyweight bout. That'll probably be another UFC fight night card right there. How do you think that fight will play out? I mean, I've seen Calderwood and Grasso fight before. Calderwood's tough, you know what I mean? Very tough fighter. The thing that gets me with her is her defense leaves much to be desired. She can take a lot of shots and end up getting opened up pretty easily. You know what I mean? And Grasso, you know what I mean? She's all right in her own right. I haven't seen too much on her, but she looks capable. Like, I think I'm gonna give the edge to Calderwood just based on experience and what I know of her. If this fight even continues to go on, because you never know what might happen, you know what I mean, injuries and shit like that. But Joanne Calderwood and Alexa Grasso is being finalized for November 20th flyweight bout. How do you feel about that fight?
I'm probably gonna take the same chick, because just on the
Calderwood.
Yeah, on experience.
Yeah, just now. What I'm going to do, of course, is do a little bit more homework on Grasso and see what's up with her, and then maybe I'll come up with a fucking different opinion come fight night. You know, things happen. I mean, we got till November. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? Things happen. Things change. Opinions change. You know what I mean? So once I see do a little bit more homework on Grasso, maybe I'll change my mind. But I know about Calderwood. I've seen her fight many times. That's why I said about, you know what I mean? It's always she's a fun fighter and she's entertaining. You know what I mean? She's good. She's a good fighter. She's a little brawler. You know what I mean? But sometimes, you know, she gets busted up pretty easily. And, you know, sometimes, as we know, that can work against you in a fight if you're too fucking leaked up. Unless you're Nate Diaz. They tend not – I mean, well, they did stop him in the Masvidal fight. But most chances of not, those fights don't get stopped with him. You know what I mean? But we'll see. I definitely keep an eye on this fight. You know what I mean? I definitely like keeping up with the women's division. I mean, you see that Nunes got COVID?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was looking forward to see her in that Pena fight. Hopefully they reschedule it and they can continue to make that fight happen. I mean, I just don't think there's anybody right now who can fuck with her.
Dude, she's the lioness.
That's the truth. But hit the comment section. If you're UFC fans out there, let me know what you guys think about this fight between Joanne Calderwood and Alexa Grasso will go. You know anything about them? Let me know how you think, you know, the fight will end. Will end by submission, decision, knockout, etc. I mean, like I said, I think Joanne Calderwood can win a fight. I think she's going to win probably by a decision. I don't unless she gets busted up too much. Like I said, maybe once I do more homework on Grasso, you know what I mean, I'll have a different opinion. But from what I know, I'm going to go with Calderwood. I mean, but got to always keep updating. You always got to show some love to the female fighters too. Some credit. Give them some exposure.
Dude, tell you what, I'd like
You know who I would like to see fight Nunes? You know
Who?
who I would like to see fight Nunes once she gets a little bit more experience?
Oh,
The girl who's in PFL, Kayla Harrison.
okay.
Yeah, I would like to see that. Just because she's a big bodied, like she's strong, like Amanda, and she's skilled. Like I think she's like a national champion wrestler or some shit like that. Like I've seen a couple of her fights. She just needs to tweak up her striking. But I like her. Like to see if UFC might sign her. Oh man. But all right, man, we are going to get off here for tonight. Do stay tuned though. I will be back on within the next hour. I'll be doing a feature on UFC 265. Lewis versus Gane I'll be covering, that main card. You know what I mean? Fran, if you want to hop on, let me know. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Shit, we got like an hour to that goes on.
I'm gonna let my phone sit
Yeah.
on the charger and shit. Just send me a message.
Say less. I'll send you the link.
All right.
All right, but we're gonna get off this for the time being, and we'll see you in about an hour on the 717 feature for UFC 265. Lewis versus Gane. I mean, if you want to tune in, I'll send the link out here in a second. Post it to Facebook. Post it on YouTube. I mean, so if you want to hit the chat box, I mean, give your opinions on the UFC 265 event coming this Saturday. Let me know what you guys think about that. I'll be on at 9 o'clock. But this is 717 Sports Chat Live. This is the main show. I mean, so I'm going to get off here for now. I'll see you back at 9 o'clock with UFC 265 preview.